Hey, Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com, and I want to talk about beer today. Molson Coors is, I don't know, with this market, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I sure feel like drinking all the time. I feel like when I get up in the morning, I do my push-ups, I do a couple other things, and then I'd sure like to go into the fridge and crack a tall, cool one. But I don't. But it is that kind of market. So anyway, enough about that. Let's look at the chart here. So on the weekly chart here, you can see that this is, you can't really say this is a cup and handle. It's pulling back 30-some%. But, you can draw the similar, there's 10 cup and handles for every one that actually does exist. Everybody looks at them. I wouldn't look at this in that way. My sense is that, it's just in this consolidation phase in the 50s. That's really the way I look at it. So if we look at it on the daily chart to see how we're gonna trade it, I've looked at this before as far as when this was a buy point, but it's not exactly trending. You can look at this way and that way, but I have seen this pattern before where it's this kind of widening formation, which tends to be more of a bearish thing. But then within that, you get some kind of a consolidation at a high level. In other words, it doesn't fall all the way back down to this declining support line. Instead, it forms a higher low, and then that gives it it gives it some impetus to spring higher to another to another leg. In other words, it can just keep on going. Now, earnings aren't until next month, and so this kind of has a little bit to run. My suggestion would be, because it's up 4 days in a row and up 6.5% over the last 4 days, which doesn't seem a lot on a tech stock or something if it's rebounding, but on something like this, that's a pretty big move. So what I would do, I talk about this a lot, drawing boxes, look and see where the stock is now, draw two boxes, one above it using the lower left corner to tag the current price, and the one below it using the upper left corner to tag the price. And then the question you ask yourself is, what are the chances are, if I'm buying it now, what are the chances that this box gets even a little bit of action? Or is this going to pull back into the box at all? Or do I think this is just going to continue to run up? My suspicion is we'll probably pull back a bit. So I would suggest waiting on this, but definitely keep an eye on it. And if it pulls back, say to 57, that's where this last resistance was. It's broken through now. But if it pulls back to 57 and firms up, that could be a time where it would be prudent to buy the stock. I just wouldn't do it now, but it definitely has my attention, okay? All right, that's it. If you haven't been a member of Stock Market Mentor before, urge you to try it. There's no charge for the first 30 days. You're in absolutely free. And so you can check it out and see what we're doing and see if you like it, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.